Hi guys, it's Beltran and welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't done a video in a while and you guys are just dying to see a video from me, right? Okay, so I had a lot of things going on and I just haven't really gotten to doing videos, but I actually have something for you today. It is my orchid haul. So I have a box of plants and just another one that I purchased, and this is going to be a small haul, but it's actually pretty pricey what I got. In the past, what I've done is when I first started growing orchids, I just went and got every single plant that I liked without really knowing if they were, without really taking into consideration what or how they would add to my collection, the quality of the plants, if they were able to grow in my environment. And it was kind of like a trial and error where I just grew stuff, and then if they died, then I learned from it. And a lot of the time that is exactly what you have to do, especially when growing orchids. You just kind of have to grow them and then figure out which ones work for you and how you can adjust the environment or how they can adjust to your environment. So lately I have stopped purchasing just any plant that I like, but I actually started buying or putting more money into quality plants or plants that I feel like I can grow, that I will like for a long time. But I think I just started to purchase more plants that I felt like I was going to like in the future, or that they added something to my collection overall, like in terms of quality, not so much quantity anymore. So I bought less, but I just put more money into things that I really want. So after all that yakking, I'll show you guys what I got. This plant is actually not an orchid. So this is a Nepenthes, and I have been looking for a Nepenthes with the possibility of having huge pictures. And so I went and spoke with the guy from Predatory Plants. So this is their website, predatoryplants.com, and this is a cross, their own cross. So this is what they name the Nepenthes Titanic Tyrant. So this is a cool name, but they explained like why they named certain things that way. They like to name things that are kind of cool, so then that way when they cross certain things, they know, or they cross certain plants, they know which parent it's from. So the official name is Nepenthes truncata crossed with truncata. But of course, like, this plant is really small. It's just a baby plant. But see how small the leaves are and how big the picture is compared to the leaf. This plant is going to have pictures that are about this big. So it's really big. And I asked the guy to also pick a plant for me because a lot of their plants that they have were kind of similar to each other, but I just wanted his opinion on which one he felt was the best, especially when he works there. And he picked this one for me, and he said that a lot of the other plants, the pictures are more green, but this one actually has a little bit of red on top of it. I don't know if you can see that. So see this red that's on top of that? A lot of these crosses don't have that red on it. This is exactly what I'm looking for. It was very expensive, by the way. I don't want to say how much it cost, because I'm like, it was really expensive for such a small plant. And these, since they get so big, that they're actually better for greenhouse. I mean, of course you can grow them inside your house too, but the pitchers get really big, so this is actually perfect for my greenhouse. And I wanted to expand my collection with the Nepenthes and the carnivorous, so in the future I might buy more carnivorous plants. So that is the only non-orchid that I purchased. This one is and I love that they have pictures for me so I can actually see what they look like. But this one is a Phragmipedium sedenii, and this one is going to have pink flowers. And see how big the leaf span is? It's going to be pretty cool. So this one was actually purchased from a seller that I purchased a few of my frags from last year, and my frags that I got from him, and also some of the other non-frags that I got from him grew, and they look wonderful. They're very healthy plants. They have blooms for me. So one of my frags that I got from him last year, he grew it from flasks, and mine is actually mine is this tall. The leaf is just a little bit different, so it's not as long, but they're very healthy plants. And he had some great insights for me, and some great tips for me in terms of how to keep the tips from browning. So he said that the tips get brown because there's not enough water. So with frags, you want to water them a lot. They like to have a lot of water, and also it's important to have calcium as well. So I'm gonna go online and buy some calcium. He recommended CalMag, and so those things you can add to your orchid. So when you add it to your Phragmipedium, you can tell that the new growth, if they have enough calcium, the leaves on the new growth will stand taller. When you have leaves that are very wilty or wilting, or just kind of weak in general, that's because there's not enough calcium. And another orchid that I got from him is the Phragmipedium Living Fire. The reason I bought this one is because it's just a fiery orange color, and I really like the yellow orange in it. And I think these are photos from his own collection, so it's always good to, I don't know, I just find that when there are photos from the seller's collection, that is better than just a photo from online, because then you know that they have grown this and they've bloomed it. This one, I picked a bigger one. Oh my god, the name has escaped me because the tag broke off. Oh, there it is, sort of the tag. I will put the name on the screen. So some of the tag completely broke off. So there were two of them there, and this one was just bigger, so I picked this one. And there's a new leaf that's coming in the middle as well. So this one has really pretty flowers. I looked it up when I was there, and it's always good to, if you have a smartphone, I think almost everyone has a smartphone now, but if you have a smartphone, I would recommend like going to these shows, and then if you see a name, just look it up. So then that way you know what the flowers look like. Sometimes it's hard to describe them, but if you know exactly what the flower looks like, it's always good to know what you're getting. This is the Path Saint Swithin, and this one is super duper huge, and I think this one was $60. It's in really good condition. And I actually did a little bit of a lookup on the pricing. I went to another vendor, and he had his in bloom, and it was actually smaller than this, but his was, I believe, $95. So I got a pretty good deal for a plant that's not in bloom, and I don't really have a problem with non-blooming plants because they usually go for cheaper, especially at shows. The ones that are in bloom are usually, they'll charge a lot more for it. I'm really happy with this one. Such good leaves. Look at how big the leaves are, and they're firm, really big. Okay, last but not least, this is actually my most expensive orchid. This is even more expensive than the Nepenthes. Ta-da! It's tiny. Look at how tiny it is. And it's not even a species. It's the Fumi's Delight. And I just want to show you guys how tiny that plant is. Super small. Only one growth. The reason why this plant is just so expensive is because it has great form. The plant is also in pretty awesome condition. The ice cream man is here. Which is pretty funny because I just actually, right after I did the shoot for, or the snippet for the last orchid, I went and had some ice cream because I needed an ice cream break. And then I came back and filmed the last portion of this video for this one. So it's ice cream season, you guys. I actually have four quarts of ice cream in my freezer. I went and bought ice cream after I went to the orchid show. So ice cream, ice cream, ice cream. I ate ice cream for lunch, I ate ice cream for dinner. They're really bad, just ice cream all the time. Every single day is ice cream. And then I put whipped cream on top of that, and I bought like a tub of Cool Whip, and then I just ate Cool Whip sometimes frozen. That was really good too. Sorry, how did we get here? So anyway, thanks for watching everyone, and hopefully some of you guys are still subscribed. I will see you guys on the next video. I actually have a Nepenthes video coming up, so watch out for that one as well. Bye!